Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Smith, aka Island Doc, and thank you for stopping by. As you can tell from the title of this video, it is all about just starting that YouTube channel, just posting that video, just start. So let's get into it. Yes, just start. So the beautiful thing I can say, one of the first things I can say about branching out into starting to do YouTube is my level of confidence in speaking on camera. Because let me tell you something, I am definitely an introvert. Public speaking has never been my thing. It has always been something that kind of keeps me a little bit nervous. But I feel like the more I do the YouTube videos, the more confident I am in how I speak, more confident I am in my personality. Because sometimes you can be very overcritical. If you're an overthinker like me, you're probably thinking about it 10 ways, different ways. Like, oh, maybe they'll think I'm too bubbly, or maybe they'll say I'm too loud, or too this and too that. And honestly, it doesn't really matter. I think the longer you're on YouTube, the more you start to really find your voice. And I think it's such a beautiful thing to finally have an idea of what your place is and how you are, and being confident in who you are. So definitely, if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, whether it be just for yourself or a digital diary, or for a community, or create a community, I think it's a great opportunity for you to learn more about yourself. I feel like I've learned so much about myself in such a short period of time. And yes, I have less than 500 subscribers. I don't think it still doesn't change the motivation and the day by day of creating these videos. So my community is small, but it's mighty. Honestly, I think the only regret I have is not starting sooner. I was so in my head about my first video, and my first video was my Brazil video, and it was a great video, but I was so in my head about it. I finished editing the video mostly 2 weeks before, and I didn't actually post it until like a month later, because I was so self-critical. Like, I wanted to send it to 10,000 different people to let me know if there's anything they see that I can change. And honestly, another tip I would say is, like, you don't have to show it to everybody. Like, edit it to your liking, because I realize that now that everybody has different tastes and different styles, and when you show it to different people, everybody's gonna have a different perspective, and it may not be the one that you like. So yes, it's okay to get advice, but take that with a grain of salt, and basically edit to your own style, and just be confident in what you're putting out. Yeah, don't think about it, just post. Like, take that first step. Once I finally got that first video out, after that, things were a lot easier for me, and I'm like, all right, cool. That wasn't half bad. We did our thing. So just start, man. Just start. Another great part about being on YouTube is the partnerships. Like, since I've been on YouTube, I've had numerous partnerships. I had like Urban Skin RX, Murad, I hope I'm saying it correctly, Murad. I had Huda Beauty, I had Dr. Jarts, I had PRN Vision Group. Like, I had a lot of partnerships since being on YouTube. And you might think nobody notices your video, but honestly, people do. People notice. So stop looking at the number of subscribers and just start posting. Post for you. Post for that imaginary subscriber you have, or the subscriber you have in mind. Create that in your mind and create the content for that person. Whether it be for you or for this imaginary person, but just create the content for that person and just do it. Like I said, with a little time and a little patience, your subscriber count will definitely go up. When I started my YouTube, last year, October, when I forced myself to post my Brazil vlog video, and I was very nervous, and I started off with 0 subscribers, but I posted it, and by the time I finished with that video, I had 100 subscribers, and I was like, okay, we're on the roll here. And I started creating more content. I will be completely honest, I wasn't as consistent as I would have hoped, but we got it getting together eventually, and now I'm at 478 subscribers. Who would have thought that months ago? When I started off at 0, I didn't think it was a thing. I was celebrating 23 subscribers. So the fact that I'm at 478, it is amazing to see. So yeah, I'm just very grateful. Another great thing about starting YouTube is the exposure and the building of skills. Like, I never thought I was a video editor before. but I do feel like I'm an editor now. And even though the little editing style I have is nothing extravagant, I do feel like I have my own style now. I'm starting to like tweak and learn different things and how to edit, how to capture attention, how to make it more engaging and interesting. I think that in itself is building a skill. And even if I let me not even say that because I'm not even gonna say that, but I think these skills can be used throughout my life, like, and even in creating memories for myself or creating memories with me, my family. I can create videos that tell a story and that are able to kind of basically give me something to look back on. I know it sounds like it's about me, but at the end of the day, my biggest thing about being on YouTube is basically just like a digital diary. I want to be able to look back and be like, oh, I remember this moment. I remember when I created this video. I remember when I had that experience. Especially when I'm doing my traveling, I feel like when you're in the travel, like I feel like time goes super fast. So like to sit back and watch and see how I felt in that moment and how the energy I had or the excitement I had, I think it's nice. It's just nice to look back on. It's almost like when they used to keep all those like physical albums. It's like a digital album, and I think it's a great thing. Another good thing about being on YouTube is I feel like I have a little bit of a creative outlet. I think in adulthood, especially coming from school, like my creativity felt very stifled. I really feel like I could do a lot of things. Like I'm an optometrist, so I have pretty much a day-to-day 9 to 6 job that doesn't really require much creativity outside of just the analytical stuff. And mind you, I am a very analytical person, but it would be nice to be able to tap back into my creative side of myself, because when I was in high school I used to do a lot of creative writing. I won a bunch of awards and prizes for my writing, so it would be nice to kind of get back into my creative side of myself, because I know it's there, it just hasn't been nurtured, and I want to get back to nurturing that creative side of me. But honestly, at the end of the day, the decision to start YouTube has to start with you. Nobody can force you to start. No one can make you start. It has to start with you, because my mom has been telling me to start YouTube for years now, and I just didn't feel like I had the time. 2, I didn't feel like I was good enough. Imposter syndrome, girlie, stand up. Imposter syndrome is a real thing. I didn't feel like I was good enough to do it, and I didn't know if I was able to make it happen. But also too, I just didn't know how to start. And I think once you take the stress out of just starting, everything becomes super easy. I know right now it's just like, oh, you want the video to be perfect. The video is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be anything extravagant. No matter how long you take, it's because it's your first time, and it's all about that first step. And with every video you make, you're going to get better and better and better and better, and before you know it, you're going to be monetized. I'm not monetized right now, but I do think with consistency and just showing up as myself, I can get there. Like, I know I can get there. By the grace of God, I can get there. But I hope this video helps you to make the decision to just start. Just start. Don't think about it. Just do it. I know it sounds like Nike, but just don't think about it. Just get out there, do it, create that video, and make your mark. If you really enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, share with a friend, and join my community. It's been a pleasure making these videos for you guys. If you have any suggestions on what video I should do next, anything that you would be interested in, let me know. I'll be happy to make another video. Until next time.